Every time. Every time I try to do something, something goes wrong. I don't know why. Hold on, maybe if I just open that. Open that. Okay. Shrink that. Boom. There it is. It's too big now, though. Or maybe it's just out of place. I don't know. I don't know. Oh well. Well, here we are. Thanks for tuning in. I'll start working on this in just a few minutes here. Give it a little bit to get the stream up, and anybody that want to join from the jump can join now. It would be probably most valuable to do so now. I don't know that there's any value in this really, but I wanted to start making some more music on Twitch, engineering some music, maybe recording some along the way as well. I think primarily today I'll just be working on engineering a few songs that I just recorded over the last couple days. I've been making a lot of music, doing a lot of trying to learn a lot about engineering. If you can't already tell, I use Fruity Loops Studio 20. That's what I'm using. That's the DAW I'm using, the DAW, I believe that's what that is called. Yeah, and I got a couple songs here that I think have some potential. I think have some legs to them, and I was spending a bit of time in the like right after I recorded them, engineering them and stuff. But I decided to just kind of wipe the slate clean, and we'll start from scratch and see if we can make them better than they were. Because like I said, I've been, especially this past weekend I was trying to learn more about engineering, like properly engineering, because I've done the majority of my own engineering stuff for years since I began. But I want to get better at it. I want to get more. I want to understand the science behind it, I guess, a bit more so that I can elevate my engineering. So far, things have panned out pretty well for me in terms of how well my music's been received, considering it's been engineered by an amateur, self-proclaimed amateur anyway. But I'd like to improve. I think now with the influx of, or not influx of, but with the ease of access to be able to make music, like the mics are cheap, software is pretty cheap. It's pretty much anybody can make music. I mean, hell, anybody with an iMac computer has GarageBand, and I've used that before. Not ideal, but anybody can make music nowadays. So I think the level of what's working in terms of what kind of music takes off and stuff, I think that the level of engineering and skill is improving as well. It's weird to talk to seemingly myself, but hell, this is what you do on Twitch. You talk to yourself until somebody pops up, and you talk to them, or you just get to work and ignore them. I'll do a little bit of both. I'm a recording artist, specializing in the rap genre, and I've been a professional recording artist for the last 3-4 years. It's been my primary job. I do some things on the side too, and I'm looking to grow, looking to elevate where I'm at to, frankly, become one of the biggest artists in the world. That's the goal, is to become one of the biggest artists in the world. And I'm working on trying to utilize social media better, because that's not something I've ever been super passionate about, given that I just don't see the necessity for others to see what's going on in my day-to-day life, but I understand the need for an artist to have social media. So if you want to check out my music, it's on all streaming platforms, over 16 million streams on Spotify across my catalog. It's not a huge catalog, but we're growing it. We're releasing a whole bunch of new music. So hopefully some of this stuff that you hear in these streams, you see me working on here, will be some of the next releases that I put out. I like to kind of test the water with these with these streams by playing you guys some stuff and having you be a part of the process of creating it, and just kind of gauge what you're vibing with, what you're not vibing with, and then kind of use that, at least have that factor into the decision of what is being released next, and what I'm going to do with it. I want to start making a lot more music videos as well. I released an album in May this year. May 5th was my first album that I ever released. So if you got some time, check it out. It's called And the Beast. Thematically, it's about the struggles of being somebody who knew nobody in the music industry, found and was constantly told no beforehand that this was an impossible thing to achieve on your own, and then kind of proving them wrong doing it, and then everything that comes along with that. Okay, you're in the industry now, but here's everybody you gotta face. Here's all the things you gotta face. Fake friends, label deals, worrying that you're not gonna live up to your last big song. That's a big one for me. Over the years is always that fear of, like, when you get a hit, like when you get a song that performs really well in a short amount of time, instinctually it's always a positive thing of, like, that's sick, like, we're doing something, we're growing, we're climbing. But then there's always that creeping thought in the back of my mind of just like, well, I wonder if this is it. Like, I wonder if this is the biggest that we'll do. That's a very negative thought, and I try not to have too many of them, but they're unavoidable. They are. I'm a person with severe anxiety in my day-to-day life. I found that not drinking and not smoking at all, smoking weed, that helps. I still hit the Juul, trying to get away from that, but this is not AA. I don't have to confess my sins to y'all. Just here to make music, have conversation, hang out. You know what time it is. So I'm going to try doing these streams maybe once or twice a week to start out with. Kind of doing this midday situation, and just see what happens. See if anybody tunes in. If anybody tunes in, that's awesome. If they don't, at least I was motivated to work on some of this music stuff and get some things to where they need to be in order to release them. Yes, I am making music live. Alright. Just post something on Instagram real quick. What's up, Instagram? I'm on Twitch right now, live streaming. I'm gonna start working on engineering some music that I recorded over the weekend and last week. Tune in if you want to hear some previews of some new songs or the whole versions of new songs as I work on them. Take them from where they started, post-recording, to where they need to be in order to release them. Come hang out, ask questions. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're up to. I'm on Twitch right now, live streaming. I'm going to start working on engineering some music that I recorded over the weekend and last week. Tune in if you want to hear some previews of some new songs or the whole versions of new songs as I work on them. I'm on Twitch right now, live streaming. I'm going to start working on engineering some music that I recorded over the weekend and last week. Tune in if you want to hear some previews of some new songs or the whole versions of new songs as I work on them. I'm on Twitch. Take them from where they started. post-recording to where they need to be. Come hang out, ask questions, let me know what you're thinking, let me know what you're up to. Take them from where they... Boom. Post that on my Instagram. Damn. Reading about somebody reaching out to a friend of mine saying they quit music because of all the stress and everything that comes along with it, and all the either broke, they have no money, and they have this mentality of you have to have a lot of money in order to exceed in the music industry. And I'll be straight up, if you're not making music because you just need to, because you love it, you're passionate about the creative process of making music, like, before anything, before building an audience, before even releasing your music online, if your first passion isn't the creation of that music, if that's not something you need in your life, then you probably aren't going to get anywhere in terms of, you're not going to see any success, because it is an incredibly hard industry. It took me probably 10 years of nobody listening to my shit. I mean, like 100 plays a song, a couple hundred plays a song tops. I was in groups. We opened shows for all kinds of artists, all kinds of big artists, Mac Miller, Styles P, Jadakiss, DMX. This was back years ago. This is like 2010 through 2013. But we still couldn't get any plays on our music. But it was just like, it's always been something that I just kind of had to do. Like, there's never an option for me to step away from making music, even if it was going to become something that was a hobby at some point. I was always just going to make music, because it's just something I need to do. It's something I love to do. I'm thankful that I get to call this my job now. It's pretty cool. But it doesn't make it any easier. It's just that you need something. You need something in the process of creating art. That's what you need to hold on to, because otherwise you're gonna encounter too many things that make you want to quit too often. All right, but let's jump into this, I guess. All right, so this is what I'm working on. I already recorded at least most of the vocal takes that I'm gonna have in this song. I might record a few more while we're doing this, but let's see here. Let's just play through completely raw vocals. Yeah. I don't do groveling. If you link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about sheep. Catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down and to drown you with sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging to borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. I don't do no groveling. If you link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging to borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. It's not 'cause I said it is. But this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. This from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, no polar. Tryna pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Little Nas sex, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city full of bachelor, scholar. Big brain till they give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Killer pussy, showing back the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I'd be lying if I said I'ma close it. Seen 12 years that the whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mentions. Soon Devin Booker with the shot, can't benches. Only thing I need is CP3 entry groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Whoa, don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around on the gallons to drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging to borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Whoa, don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. From around on the gallons to drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging to borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. It's not cause he said it is. It's from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. This from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone, and devoid, but I came back. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone, and devoid, but I came back. Alright, so that is the whole vocal take here. Just raw. First thing I'm going to do is normalize all these vocals. I feel like this, in some way, kind of levels everything out in a way that, like, if things are too loud, it'll bring them back down to a normal volume, or like an optimal volume, and if things are too quiet, it'll bring it up, so that, like, if a single vocal take was quieter than a previous vocal take, this can help to balance the transition between the two and just the overall sound of the two here. I'm taking off this reverse polarity. I had that on. I'm not sure. I just feel like that swaps the bass frequencies with the high frequencies. So if you have something that's, let me Google what that does actually exactly. That's what I think it does anyway. If you have something that's too bass heavy, it'll flip it, so then it sits more in the high end. Let's see. And the original vocals, reverse polarity, you clean up the pip. Alright, so I don't think that's exactly what it does. But everything is positive and negative. like every vocal take or every audio has a positive and negative side to it. And I was just reading, it says reversing polarity might enable for in certain cases enable something to sit better in the mix, given how it balances with the, like for me, the instrumental's polarity. And other times it can mesh it in a way that will come out muddier and sound worse. And I don't always use it. Sometimes I do. When layering sounds, I will. Like if I'm doing a vocal dub on something and I want it to be super subtle and kind of blend more with the original vocal take, I might reverse the polarity of the second vocal take so it melds better together and that you don't have competing sounds, I guess. Okay, so I think we got everything normalized here. Let's...
Yeah. I don't do groveling.
If we link, then we link.
From around them, they down in the sediment. Talk is irrelevant. Story to revenue. Don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little talk is irrelevant. My story to revenue. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you.
Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Alright, so let's rename this to lead hook vocals. And we're gonna rename that to and then we'll chain both of them to here. I started side chaining like yesterday, I think, or it's Saturday. Really learning what side chaining was and figuring out how to do that effectively to help my mixes and to organize things more in a more straightforward manner. Okay, so here I'm gonna go boom, chain that. I'll do that over here too. I probably did this out of order, but rename to alright, so yeah, that chain to that, and the hook backup vocals, and that kind of covers everything I got here. So let's go over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, that's all on 3, I believe. Yep. That's already on the right track. Gonna throw a quick the first EQ on this.
Yeah.
Cut out the lows.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes, don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves, don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. It's not cause I said it is.
Alright, and that's not super polished by any stretch of the imagination, but you can already hear how, like, just cutting out the lows, bringing up some of the highs is helping to fit the vocal take in the overall mix in a more audibly pleasing manner and get us one step closer to what we want.
It's from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. This from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's no polar. Tryna pop cakes, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show him pick a gravely rope.
I'm just trying to take some of the S syllables, keys, all of those punchy sounds out of it. I believe they're called something. Sybil does it. So does Spitfish. Siblings. I think it's called. You gotta take the siblings out of it. You want to be an only child. You don't want to be an only child in this mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right after that,
Yeah.
we're gonna throw a multi-band
Don't do
compressor on it.
groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes, don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as a dream with songs. I don't need more songs. I'm begging, don't borrow my time, ain't tomorrow. I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves, don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow my time, ain't tomorrow. It's not cause it's.
So this is a multi-band compressor. It separates, or would apply to vocals. It'll take. Sorry. It'll take. Separate an audio track by lows, your low frequencies, your mid frequencies, and your high frequencies. This threshold here, this first knob in each category, that controls. This is like any other compressor, but it's just divided up into separate frequencies. And the threshold allows or determines how much compression is applied to that set of frequencies. So if you move it all the way to down here, that's going to be essentially off, turning it off. So we just want to try and even out these vocals here and make it nice, more level, crisp sound.
That is, built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's no polar. Tryna pop cakes, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show him picking gravely roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I'd be lying if I said that I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had it go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mention. So I'm Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. Only thing I need is CP3 engine. I don't need groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes, don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow my time, ain't tomorrow. I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves, don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow my time, ain't tomorrow. It's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment. The The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. But this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone.
Alright, so I'm just muting the other two, the low and mid bands, so I can hear just the highs.
Yeah. I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them. They down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. They don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. It's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's got no polar. Trying pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I'd be lying if I said that I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mentions. So I'm Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench this. Only thing I need is CP3 henchmen. I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. I don't do no groveling.
The hell?
If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments.
6 actually.
Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more. So leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. Yeah. 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 I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem.
That sounds
Wolves don't
reasonable.
worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. I don't do no groveling.
Don't do no groveling.
If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem.
No problem.
Wolves don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they.
Now I'm just adding some reverb to it. I think this is the only reverb that I had. I was trying to download other reverb plugins yesterday, but for some reason they didn't work. And I'm kind of hesitant, honestly, to download too much new shit, considering that my new desktop computer will be here this week. Should be here this week. And that's I'm gonna have to re-download everything and transfer a lot of these programs and stuff over to that system when I get it, so I don't feel like downloading way too much stuff here in the final days of having this laptop be my primary computer. I had to get a desktop, one, because when I got this laptop I didn't do as much research as I probably should have. It's got a Core i5 8th generation processor, and 8 gigs of RAM, but it's a Dell, and apparently Dells have all kinds of problems. This is my second Dell now to nearly die. Well, this one is nearly dead. The other one I had was another Dell laptop, and that was completely just died entirely. There was no reviving it, no salvaging anything on the hard drive or anything, so I lost a lot of stuff when that happened. That was years ago. I forget when that was. It was a cool laptop too. It was nice and maroon, which is something you definitely want. In a laptop, you definitely want it to be maroon. I'm kidding. Yeah, I believe this is probably the best reverb thing is what I use for everything, honestly. It's just a fruity reverb. So far, everything that I've used is comes standard with Fruity Loops. I'll probably throw on some additional things that are like free plugins, or I also have Antara's Auto Tune, and that's a subscription thing. You pay I forget what it is a month for all those programs or plugins rather. But they got a lot of good stuff too. They got a lot of good stuff. Don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. It's not 'cause I said it is. So with reverb, I'm really just trying, always listening. I mean, the way I engineer anything is just really auditory. Like I don't know too much, and that's why what I was talking about, like getting back into the science of everything and trying to learn as much as I could from like the theoretically, when would you use this plugin, why would you use it, what does it help with, what does each knob do on the plugin, and having that information is going to help me up my game, because for the most part what I've done largely is just learn everything by ear. So I mean, something like reverb is rather self-explanatory, at least the way this fruity reverb is set up. Shoot, maybe I don't want to apply that to this. Actually, I'm gonna delete that. Yeah, I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna copy this setting for the fruity multi-blend. So I'm going to use the same thing then for the verse. But let's do that. Let's transition to the verse here. They drown you in sorrows, they don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. It's not 'cause I said it is. Maybe we could take a little bit off the top here. Just throw on one more EQ. Oh, not that. Oh, I could use a dynamic EQ actually. This is probably a good idea. TDR Nova. This is a free VST plugin, I believe. It's a dynamic EQ, which is more advanced than a static EQ, which is what I've used for a long time. But this will lower frequencies depending on how present they are at a given time. It'll shift and it'll mold with the sound. I'm still learning how to use this in every sense, like all the different knobs and shit. Not an expert. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story to revenant for anyone telling it. I'm telling them. This from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant for anyone telling it. I'm telling them, yeah. Don't call me, I'm busy. I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's no polar. Try and pop cacks, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an
old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I be lying if I said it, I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had it go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mention. So when Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. Only thing I need is CP3 engine. I don't need groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. It's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless and on empty void, but I can't sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow.
Alright, so here you go. This is the verse. Let's switch this over. Track
Talk is
4.
irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. This from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's no polar. Tryna pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelors. Go get busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's no polar.
Just gonna solo this portion of it while I'm working on it.
For a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's no polar. Tryna pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I be lying if I said it, I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had it go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mentions. So I'm Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. Only thing I need is CP. Don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's no polar. Tryna pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I be lying if I said it, I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had it go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mention. So when Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. So borrow, my time ain't tomorrow. It's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah. Don't call me, I'm busy, I talk. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go grab some water.
I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about shit. Catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about shit, catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's cap, no polar. Try and pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I'd be lying if I said that I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mention. So I'm Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. Only thing I need is CP3 henchmen. I don't do groveling.
Hello? Nope. Goddamn scam calls. Alright, so I think that compression is a little too aggressive, honestly. I'm gonna drop that down a little bit. Let's go back to 3. Let's play it.
Yeah. 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 I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes, don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes, don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's always gonna be like that. Like every time I'm mixing anything, it's always like I'll set it to something, give it a second, go do something else or mess with something else, and go back and play it, and like well, I could tweak that a little more. You start to notice different things over a period of time with a little bit of distance from it. It's almost never that you get a certain plugin's settings right the first go. Like, oh yeah, I know exactly how it's gonna sound. No one knows. But that's also where the creativity comes from and all this. Be very creative.
I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe.
Like right now with these separate vocal takes, or with these separate vocal channels here, the lead hook vocals and the lead verse vocals, all I'm really trying to do is just get a clean nicely compressed delivery that I think I want it to sound like. At least I think I want it to sound like. And then on the main vocal bus, we're going to put on our reverb, our delay if we have any delay, and some of our other effects in there. I might throw one more thing here on the main hook vocals, because this is the hook, so I do want it to be a little bit bigger, you know. And for that, I'm going to use something called Ozone Imager. This is a free plugin as well by Isotope. You can go to Isotope's website, and they have a bunch of things, but this is a free one. And this just kind of creates space within the vocals. And you're going to want to sterilize it. Sterilize your vocals, kids, so that they sound more sonically voluminous. You want to give your vocals girth. Cheers, girl.
I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you.
That's honestly like, in regards to plugins and stuff that give vocals volume. Like a lot of times you'll use something like a vocal doubler, or I guess reverb kind of will give your vocals volume as well. Or like a chorus effect or something like that. This is a really unique, subtle way to do it. At least I think it is. I think it's one of those things, and I like things like that in mixes where you can hear it. It makes an overall difference in the way you're listening to it, but it's not one of those things you can put your finger on and be like, yeah, boom, that's what they did. It's just subtle, and it just makes it a little spacier. Without it just duplicating the without sounding muddy, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because you could use like Fruity Loops has a stereo enhancer as well, and I've used that before on like backing vocals or like dubs or emphasis things in ad-libs. But it just kind of muddies the sound a little bit. This doesn't really.
Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice,
that's it without.
Trying to pop cats, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show him baby grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I be lying if I said it.
Right. I was gonna say, why do I hear no difference when I have it on versus when I have it off? Off.
If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling.
Off. On.
If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem.
Kind of like that.
Wolves don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments.
And you have a visualizer too to see exactly where it's sitting.
Don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't
Left to
borrow. My
right.
time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm big.
Yeah, I kind of like that, how that transitions from being a wider sound to something far more just straightforward, punchy. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Thinking about the goals coming to see the guy in my life.
I love you. I'm live streaming on Twitch right now.
How am I supposed to know that?
Because I have all these lights set up and I'm talking to myself.
I didn't realize. I'm so sorry.
It's alright. You can leave that though.
There's nothing in it.
Well,
Wolves don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you with sorrows. They don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. It's not cause I said it is. This from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. This from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it.
I think with some reverb, once we channel this through the main vocal bus here and add some reverb to it and a little bit of delay, that's really gonna punch. I hope it does. Oh, bless me. Don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's cap, no polar. Trying to pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved from the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill a pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I'd be lying if I said it, I'ma close it. See, 12 years how the whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? I'm sorry, I was looking at my phone there. Here we go. Okay, back to it. Alright, so we got... I'm happy with the way that sounded so far.
Don't worry about shit, catalog of accomplishments. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Story the revenant. For anyone telling it. Don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's no polar. Tryna pop cap, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelors. Gola, big brain, tell her give me some controller. Built this from the sediment, when telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. The sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure.
Maybe just reduce that a little bit on the hook vocals. It's spaciness, the ozone imager. Reduce the width slightly, maybe. Let's try that.
Second that I got home, felt it get caught. They drown you with sorrows, they don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow. It's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. This from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's cap, no polar. Tryna pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's cap, no polar. Tryna pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I be lying if I said that I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had it go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mention. So when Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. Only thing I need is CP3 I don't need groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments.
Alright, so let's do this now. 6. So we're gonna throw an EQ on it to unmute it. Boom. Turn the lead vocal. Okay, this is gonna be a fun one actually. Alright, so this is just to add a bit of evolution from the first hook to the second hook. I like to do that sometimes. As we're diving back into the hook, it should have more energy, I think, with this song. So let's throw, and this is a backing track. So again, I don't like to make these noticeable in their own. I don't like them to sound like a completely separate vocal take layered on top of the main one. But let's see what we can play around with here and get this to sound like. Let's isolate this though too, so I can just loop this. Oop, no. Alright, we'll just loop that. Boom. Yeah, I like that enough. Turn up the release on that so that it sits, because this is primarily going to be like mid-high tones, I'd imagine. And then we're going to add a lot more volume to it as well. We're going to turn up the release of it so that it doesn't sit as forward. You turn up the attack if you want it to sit more forward. You turn up the release if you want it to sit kind of in the background. I think that's true. Again, feel free to correct me on anything that I say that's wrong. If you're watching this at any point, I'm sure I'm going to say things that are incorrect at times. And I'm okay with that, frankly. I'm okay with being wrong. I got to learn. I learn these things. Alright, then I'm gonna throw, we'll start working on expanding the sound of this. Throw something on here. Where's this at? Vocal doubler. This is also by Isotope. This is a free one again. Maybe I'll do some of that too. We'll see. We'll see. What'd you get? Mail.
Are you streaming?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'm going.
This isn't for me.
Oh, I didn't really look. I thought it was all
This is
cheap.
for some record company.
Okay. I'm gonna go to 7.
You're gonna go where? Okay. Let's see what they're sending me in the mail. Mail time. This is like opening fan mail, except it's opening goddamn fucking credit card offers. Yeah. There's one rule I live by. I said I don't really do credit. I don't really do credit cards. I've seen too many people get in a dangerous debt. I know this is an engineering thing that I'm doing, streaming a little engineering session here, mixing my songs and stuff, but just, it served me pretty well. I don't buy anything unless I have the money for it outright. And that can lead you to take a little longer to get the things that you want. It can also motivate you to make more money, like find different ways to make more money. But credit, I've seen too many people go into debt. I have family that's aggressively in credit card debt and trying to get out of it. And I've never been that because I never use credit cards really. I have one credit card with like a $300 limit, and I use that only if who knows? I don't even know when I use that. I don't use it very much at all.
Can I see it?
You can here. Whoops. Oh, what game's on? What sports are on?
Basketball.
U.S.? I doubt it. Anyway, back to the.
Argentina versus Slovakia.
Is this a rerun of last night?
I'm not sure.
Must be. Go Doncic. I didn't see that game, but I know he scored like 31 points or something in the first 16 minutes. That man's a beast. Luka. And this sounds a little weird right now. And I'll throw another EQ on here after I do a little bit more to it. But it sounds a little weird. One, the volume of this particular track is much higher than it will sit in the final mix. I'm going to bring it back down significantly and just blend it. But I need to be able to hear the subtle differences of what different plugins and stuff are having on it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to jump out real quick and grab my coffee. If you're in here watching, feel free to drop some comments and stuff too. Chat with me in the chat. What is that? I don't know what that is. We're gonna add this to that as well. Say that's okay for now. I'm going to throw another EQ on it. try to just isolate the frequencies that we want it to be at. Alright, so let's just add that volume. Let's hear what that sounds like.
Best believe there's no problem. Moves don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in salt.
Let's just play with it a little bit. Try adding some more effects on it, see if that enhances things. It would be nice to know what the key of this instrumental was. Hold on, I'm gonna figure out what the key of this beat is. What is the name of it? ADP 59. Nifty little tool here. That I use anytime I'm looking to find the key of an instrumental. What's good? How you doing? Geronimo Sway. Is that Josh? Is that who this is? Josh? Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember your name, but I thought that was you. You're still like a moderator of this channel. I had to I gotta. Okay, song key finder. And this isn't always right. This is a rough way to do it. But I have a good enough ear. Thank you. Hey, subscribe to Tier 1. My God, dude, you're our first subscriber. From my understanding, you're our first subscriber. Now, what that entails, I have yet to learn. But I probably have to decide what that means. But thank you, Josh. Thanks for subscribing. Alright, so I gotta open up this beat and drag it into here. And then if I drag this into here, I should be able to get a pretty good idea of what the key is of this instrumental. Because it sounds like in those like backup vocals for the second hook that I did, I'm not 100% on key. So I'd like to just throw on some auto-tune, rather humanized auto-tune, because it's going to be so faint. That whole take is going to be so faint in the background, that I'd rather it be the correct key and every note be right, rather than have little subtle things that take you out of the listening experience. Shit, I can't talk and search my computer for things at the same time. I gotta improve upon my abilities. Yeah, there it is. I lost it. Where'd you go? There it is. Alright. So this just uploads. Should just upload here. By the way, Josh, I ordered a new desktop computer, and it should get here this week. It's a fucking powerhouse. It's got a Core i7 11700 processor, 32 gigs of RAM, an RTX 3080 graphics card. What else does it have? Some real nice sound card too. And then like 500 gigabyte solid state drive and a 2 terabyte. Am I going to stream Fortnite on it? I'm going to. I tried to download Steam on my laptop last night just to see if it was possible for me to game at all from this computer. And I downloaded CSGO, Counter-Strike global offensive or whatever the hell it's called. And then I tried to run it this morning just to see if it would work, and it crashed. So I'm definitely gonna try to do some gaming, because this computer is like, it's up there with the best that you can get in terms of gaming computers. But I made a couple changes from being like Premier Gamer PC to like usable workstation too. I should be able to edit like 6K and 8K footage pretty reasonably with it. D sharp minor is the key. So we're gonna throw an auto tune on this. Boom, more plugins. Now we're gonna see if I maybe should have done this earlier. Hopefully this still works. This is the auto tune by Antares. G sharp, same thing as A flat, minor, retune speed. Let's boost that up a bit. Oh, let me change the, shoot, I'm not even, sorry. Oh, what? No, what the hell? How does this website work? It's just, you could take any song, and there are a number of websites like that that have a similar feature. Although, that being said, I've used different ones, and they all have some range of error in not being able to properly get, shoot, I might not use autotune on this. I'm going to use a different plugin because autotune takes up too much space. That's too large a plugin to use. You just upload any song, any file, audio file from your computer, and it will somehow try to detect it's pretty accurate with the BPM and the key of a song. Now, if a song has more than one key, you're gonna have a tougher time. Why is this not working? God damn it, I hate doing this. Window capture. Sometimes with OBS I just have these issues. Like, what? I cannot select Fruity Loops as the window that I want to see. Why? Oh my god, now I just deleted myself. This is all kind of shit. Video capture device. Boom. Okay, now it's all me. Have you watched any of the Olympic Games at all? Where's my... I'm stoked to watch the speed climbing. This is the first year. This is the first year that skateboarding was in the Olympics too. But speed climbing is additionally in the Olympics. And it's just dudes racing up a rock wall. Well, dudes and women, I guess, depending on what day I'm watching. But that's the one sport that I'm really looking to go pro in. That and shooting air rifles. I want to be an Olympic air rifle gold medalist when I'm 80 years old. That's definitely a goal of mine. Now, I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why I can't bring up FL Studio again. Why is this happening? Display capture. Okay, maybe this is it. Alright. No. Yeah, okay. Now I gotta check on my phone actually to see if this looks right. Such a roundabout way of doing this. See if this looks right. Oh yeah, okay. Such a roundabout way of doing this. Kinda. Oh yeah, okay. Such a roundabout way of doing this. Kinda. What did you send me here?
Well, as the thumbnail says, it's in the key of E. Thanks for watching. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. But of course, it's actually just, a little bit more complicated than that.
It's a little more complicated than that.
You see, if you ask Google what key Hey Joe is in, it will say that Hey Joe is in the key of G. Some websites list it in the key of A, and even if you're in the key of E, what are you in? E minor or E major?
E minor. Isn't it E major? It's in G major, but you must account for the chord at the end. Technically, it is A major. Harmony transcriptions I've seen as Hey Joe. I was thinking about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's easier, like, I think rap beats it's pretty accurate on, because most rap beats are reasonably repetitive. Like, unless there's a dynamic beat shift somewhere through, it definitely gets more complicated with like full songs and vocals and stuff like that. But it works pretty well, and it saves me time rather than like importing the beat into FL Studio and just adjusting key by key the auto tune and singing some notes and seeing, okay, is this on? Is this not on? And even if it's wrong, I can usually tell pretty quickly and adjust, but at least it gives me the start of something. Okay, back to what I was doing here. All right, so we're not going to use Antara's auto-tune. We're going to use a third-party like auto-tune-like thing. It's called G-Snap. This is what I used to use. I actually just got the legitimate auto-tune. And before then was using this, but this is G sharp minor, I think. Let me just go back. Yeah, let's pretend it is.
I don't do groveling. If we late, then we late. If you leave, best believe there's no problem.
Is that what it was? I can't even fucking remember. I gotta do this all over again now. So, key finder, here we go.
If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down.
Hey. Okay, there we go. That fixed. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. All right, but like I was saying, everything's very dry. Vocals are all very dry. I'm gonna add reverb and delay and all that kind of stuff in the main vocal bus. We're just trying to get a crisp sound for the vocals and just create a consistent level throughout the song, and just see how we like things before we start making things wet. Before we start getting wet. You know what I'm saying? Before we start getting wet.
Yeah. 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 I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down us to drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's cut, no polar. Trying pop cacks, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I'd be lying if I said that I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eye line shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mentions. So when Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench this. Only thing I need is CP3 inch. I don't need groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down us to drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments.
Alright, so things are starting to sound a little better here. I saw... Who did I see? I guess I saw everybody that was in the Coi Leray, whatever her name is, Coi Leray cipher, because everybody was talking about her verse. She was talking about how she had the best freestyle of anybody, and everybody else said that she forgot the lyrics and just started twerking. It seemed that everybody else is more right than she was. But I don't know. But besides her cipher, I don't think I saw anybody else's. It's not like this was not one of my favorite freshman class. I just feel like so many of these artists are real temporary. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in that, and maybe I'm just not familiar enough with enough of their music. But like Ruby Rose, I really just don't see her sticking around as an artist. Coi Leray, maybe. I honestly think she might have longer lasting a longer lasting career than some of these guys, but yeah, they were. I don't know Murray. I don't remember why I know of Murray. I have heard of him before. I've heard something that he's done, and I don't know how to even Lakeya. Is that how you pronounce her name? I don't know. I've never heard her before. There's so many artists nowadays. It's impossible to know who everybody is. Was Snot a freshman this year? Actually, let me look at Lakeya. Okay. Lakeya. Like trachea. But I think I like the overall level of how this all sounds.
Yeah.
So, let's see what happens here with this. This is the first time that I've like done side chaining, and I think I've set it up correctly. First time that I set it up correctly. I've fucked it up before, but I ended up like, sometimes I'll do that where I'll like be going to try and do one thing when I'm engineering a song, or like trying to do one effect and screw it up, and then listen to it and be like, damn, like, this sounds really good. I did that with a song yesterday that I've been working on all weekend, and I was trying to do side chaining, trying to do it effectively and how you're supposed to do it, and I accidentally, what did I do? I accidentally did the exact opposite of what I was trying to do and applied this effect to every vocal channel. And that was not the goal of it. But then I listened back to it and I was like, this sounds dope. I had Image or Ozone Imager 2 on everything. I was like, this sounds pretty cool, pretty wide. I'll play that one then. Where the hell is... Oh my god, dude, you gotta not do that.
That was my goal. I came in here to.
Yeah.
Alright. Here,
Yeah.
Do you have a preference of the meals?
Yeah.
Oh, what do we get this week, actually?
Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes, don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem.
Alright, a sirloin with
Wolves
shallot
don't worry
Dijon
about, see
sauce.
catalog of accomplishments.
What is it?
A steak with shallot Dijon sauce, and it looks like it comes with asparagus, and then farmhouse fried chicken tenders,
Let's do that.
or the chicken and truffle honey butter.
You can pick, actually. Whatever you feel like doing. They all sound great. I could go for any of those today.
We also still have steak I didn't finish.
I ate that.
Oh, you did.
I ate that almost directly behind you while you were in a meeting with your boss.
Did you eat the mac and cheese?
Yep. Ate that too.
Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging to borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause it's...
So with reverb, it's just kind of trying to figure out, at least for me, it's just trying to figure out, this is low cut, this is high cut, and you're cutting out the low end or high end of that frequency, or that frequency of the reverb. You're not actually affecting the main vocals at all, but you're affecting the sound that's reflected from the vocals. And I just try to, like, this is a bit of a darker one, but I also don't want too much low end. And another thing, it's kind of funny balance between low cut and then the amount of bass that you have in it, dampening, decay. Decay is like how long the reverb sustains. Delay is how long it takes to like kick in. You typically don't do delay in reverb in most traditional cases. I don't believe. This cross, it does cross fit. That's a CrossFit switch. You decide how much CrossFit you want your reverb to do.
Yeah, I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes, don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down us to drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling.
Yeah, this sounds good now.
If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves, don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's cat, no polar. Try and pop cats, I don't really drink. Yeah. 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 I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes, don't worry about, see catalog. Don't call me, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's cat, no polar. Try and pop cats, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I'd be lying if I said that I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mentions. So I'm Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench this. Only thing I need is CP3 entry. Groveling.
Yeah.
If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules, don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves, don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny.
What the hell is that one on? I didn't even think about that. That's gonna be another vocal channel, maybe. Or let's see what that sounds like on the main verse.
For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back.
I like the way this is sounding. I think. Hold on. Come on. Do the thing. Oh, it's turned on. So it's just taking a second. I guess it's just taking a second. Come on. There we go. Alright, so I'm back. Despite your best efforts, OBS. Yeah, despite your best efforts, I've made it through. I'm still here. You can't kill me. Okay. So let's get back to this. So we're adding a little bit of delay to everything, and then we'll compress the overall vocal take, and that's probably what I'll do. I'll do for this stream. I'll play around with a few things actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so
Yeah. 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 I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow my time, ain't tomorrow. I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows. I'm begging, don't borrow my time, ain't tomorrow. It's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's kept no polar. Tryna pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill a pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I be lying if I said it, I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name.
Alright, there's a little bit of still a good bit of sounds here, especially in the verse. So I'm gonna do a spitfish. It's a quick de-esser. Just do this lightly. Probably around 10-11K frequency.
Yeah. Yeah, call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's kept no polar. Tryna pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill a pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I be lying if I said it, I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mention. Soon Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. Only thing I need is CP3 engine and groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging to borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, let's believe there's no problem. Ooh, I can't bench it, so only thing I need is CP3 engine. I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, let's believe there's no problem. Rules, don't worry about it. Catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging to borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, let's believe there's no problem. Rules, don't worry about it. Catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging to borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. No, this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. No, this from the sediment. The talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back, came back, came back. I'm telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back, came back, came back. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back, came back, came back.
Alright, we're about wrapping this up here. I'm liking the way this sounds. I like this better than the first version I did of this. I'm gonna upload this video to YouTube then too. I'm gonna upload all these live mixing sessions up to YouTube. It sucks. I wish I could have used auto-tune on this. Maybe I will after. I'll replace the G-Snap with auto-tune. But it's just, it takes up so much memory. I was recreating one of the Kid Cudi songs because I was trying to learn how to get better at this and learn from recreating very sonically impressive rap with like many layers to it and stuff. Or at least what I consider sonically impressive and songs that I like. And that I knew I could sing. And so I was trying to do the, something Nights. Whatever, from his newest album with Trippie Redd. I forget even where I was going with this. Oh yeah, but that song uses auto-tune heavily in a number of different fashions. And so I was just layering on auto-tune on all these different channels. And by the time that I had to inevitably stop working on it, I couldn't even listen to it. It was just glitching so bad. It wouldn't even play through because it was just eating up so much RAM or CPU or whatever FL Studio eats up a lot of space on. Or rather Antares. But let's listen through this. Actually, I want to check something.
Closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's cat, no polar. Tryna pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill a pussy, show baby grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with it. Yeah, God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't.
Oh yeah, that sounds better. Let's run it. Alright, this is the whole song. I want to shoot a music video for this one too.
Yeah. 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 I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down us to drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's cap, no polar. Tryna pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, so they give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill a pussy, show him baby grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I be lying if I say that I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mention. Soon Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. Only thing I need is CP3 inch. Groveling, shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mention. Soon Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. Only thing I need is CP3 inch. Groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves up, game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mention. Soon Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. Only thing I need is CP3 inch. Groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Wolves don't worry about some catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back, came back, came back. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back, came back, came back.
Cool. Let's save that and export it as an MP3. And we'll just listen one time as an MP3 because it's gonna sound a little different when it's compressed like this. Just want to see how crisp this all sounds. Oh, this is a good one. This is 2 hours. 2 hour mixing session. Not bad for 2 hours. I mean, this is definitely an easier song, far more straightforward than some of them. But yeah, I like how this came out. Actually, before I even play this in MP3, I'll play another song that I've been working on. This isn't even a finished song, but I'll play what I have so far. It's a far more layered song to it. Far more layered sound. I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Yeah. Wolves don't worry about sheep. Catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Yeah. Wolves don't worry about sheep. Catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down us, they drown you in sorrow, so don't need more sorrows when begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's now cause I said it is. Built this from the set of me. God help the rest of these boys, this shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back. Casino is the song. Boom, this is gonna take a second to load, I'm sure. This one was the song that I just started working on, and that's what I've realized more now, because anytime I take a break making music for a little while, I almost get scared to go back and try making music again, because I worry that the first song I make won't be good. And I think that the proper headspace that I've gotten myself into recently, at least, is that I'm okay with that. You gotta be aware as an artist that not everything you make is gonna come out. Hell, I've made countless songs, but it's easy looking back at when I released a bunch of songs and was working on music every day. It's easy to ignore all the stuff that never got made. But I have hundreds and hundreds of files of songs that were half started, and the best way to get back into it is just start working on something again. So this is one of the ones that I started this past weekend as a means to just record something, just recording what came to my mind and laying it down and stuff. And as I started engineering it and wrote a verse to it and stuff, I started liking it a little more and a little more. And I don't know what's going to happen to this song, but here it is.
We ain't cut no corners when we cutting up. He might play the part, but he ain't one of us. I might go casino, now my money up. Pull up casinos, I don't see no reason not to date. We ain't cut no corners when we cutting up. He might play the part, but he ain't one of us. No, I might go casino, now my money up. Pull up casinos, I don't see no reason not to date. We ain't cut no corners when we cutting up. He might play the part, but he ain't one of us. No, I might go casino, now my money up. Pull up casinos, I don't see no reason not to date. Touch it. I see signs for detours, I ain't taking them. Brand new St. Laurent, I had to break them in. This shit ain't come free, but I ain't pay to win. Oh boy, try and kick it, want a feature, he can pay me then. Been dozing off with days in. On some lazy shit, this case, see my new fragrance and these KIKs put bass in it. She wants property, you see no basic bitch. And I'm proud to work parading it. I'm trying to get elevated rich. I mean, who is it, man? Real shit. I can tell you stories about trouble times. Daddy death still on fire. Back then, working 80 hours, drinking 40 ounces, trying to save it down. Thank God I got my bed off the floor. For the checks come, still hunting more. What I make a year, used to make it for, but I still got things that I can't afford. So I keep my focus level headed. Take steps without second guessing. Close my eyes, keep counting blessings. No cutting corners, leave shit to question. I be lost, take just another lesson. They don't talk about me, but steady checking what they're taking on me. For the Texas, tell me they gon' want to strip to what it takes. Cut no corners when we cutting up. He might play the part, but he ain't one of us. No, I might go casino, now my money up. Pull up casinos, I don't see no reason not to. They ain't touching. Cut no corners when we cutting up. He might play the part, but he ain't one of us. No, I might go casino, now my money up. Pull up casinos, I don't see no reason not to. They ain't touching. I don't see no reason not to. They ain't touch it. I see signs for detours, I ain't taking them. Brand new St. Laurent, I had to break them in. This shit ain't come free, but I don't pay to win. Oh boy, try and kick it, want a feature, he can pay me then. Been dozing off with days in. On some lazy shit, this DAC my new fragrance and these KIKs put bass in it. She was probably, she no basic bitch, and I'm proud to boy parading it. I'm trying to get elevated rich. I mean, who is it, man? Rich shit. I can tell you stories about trouble times. Daddy death still on fire. Back then, working 80 hours, drinking 40 ounces, trying to save it down. Thank God I got my bed off the floor. For the checks come, still hunting more. What I make a year, used to make it for, but I still got things that I can't afford. So I keep my focus level headed. Take steps without second guessing. Close my eyes, keep counting blessings. No cutting corners, leave shit to question. I be lost, take just another lesson. They don't talk about me, but steady checking what they're taking on me. For the Texas, tell me they gon' want to strip to what it takes. Cut no corners when we cutting up. He might play the part, but he ain't one of us. No, I might go casino, now my money up. Pull up casinos, I don't see no reason not to. They ain't touching. Cut no corners when we cutting up. He might play the part, but he ain't one of us. No, I might go casino, now my money up. Pull up casinos. I don't see no reason not to, they ain't touch it.
I see signs for detours, I ain't taking them. Brand new Saint Laurent, I had to break them in. This shit ain't come free, but I don't pay to win. Oh boy, tryna kick it, want a feature. He can pay me then. I've been dozing off with days here. On some lazy shit. These THC, my new fragrance, and these KRKs put bass in this. She wants property, see no bass pitching. I'm proud support parading it. Hell, I'm trying to get elevated rich. I mean, who isn't, man? Really shit. I could tell you stories about a couple times. Deli debts still own 5. Back then, working 80 hours, drinking 40 ounces, trying to save it down. Yeah, that's another song that I was been working on. That still needs a good bit of work. I was still learning how to use a multi-band compressor, and I fucked up the goddamn side chaining in this one, so I might have to just like wipe everything and start from scratch with the mix of this one. With that being said, let's go listen to the MP3 of God Help the Rest, that song we were just making here. This one should be about done. I'll probably do a little more touch-ups to it within the coming days or day or two. And then I want to make a music video to this. I want to make a music video to this one for sure. What? When was that? Oh, I see. No, this is it.
Yeah. 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 I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Woes don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. My story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Yeah, don't call me, I'm busy, I told you. Even if it's for a little closure. Second that I got home, felt it get colder. Said I went ice, that's cut, no polar. Try and pop caps, I don't really drink soda. Lil Nas X, I'm an old town roller. Moved to the city for the bachelor, scholar. Big brain, tell her give me some controller. After that, I'm coming for the cat, tell Doja. Kill the pussy, show up at the grave, leave roses. I don't mean to brag, but this rap shit came with a bag. I'd be lying if I said that I'ma close it. Seen 12 years, had a whole game shifted. Why you think my eyeline shifted? Had to go broke, came back relentless. Now I got my name all in the mention. So when Devin Booker with a shot, can't bench it. Only thing I need is CP3 I don't do groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. I keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, I don't do no groveling. If we link, then we link. If you leave, best believe there's no problem. Rules don't worry about, see catalog of accomplishments. Keep from around them, they down as they drown you in sorrows. I don't need more sorrows, I'm begging, don't borrow. My time ain't tomorrow, it's not cause I said it is. Built this from the sediment, the talk is irrelevant. Story the revenant, for anyone telling it, I'm telling them. Built this from the sediment, The talk is irrelevant, my story the revenant. For anyone telling it, I'm telling them, yeah. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back, came back, came back. God help the rest of these boys. This shit here ain't destiny, boy. Lifeless, alone and devoid, but I came back, came back, came back.
God damn it! I have to restart all of that now because I was fucking muted. I'm gonna improve. I'm gonna improve on this. That's that. If you like these kind of videos, me mixing songs live, some of this stuff I'm gonna do some recording as well, like making songs from the ground up, from scratch. If you like this stuff, follow, subscribe to me on Twitch. We're gonna pump out this content regularly and do some other content as well. If you haven't heard my music yet, check me out. Lilo Key on all streaming platforms. Anyone that you desire, I'm there. Guarantee it. Stay in touch. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, and let me know what you think of that song. Hopefully we'll put that out here sometime soon. I'm thinking that might be one of the next songs that I release here. Alright. Peace. Good night. Thanks for tuning in.